Do I look like a psycho? Coming up with lead pipes still in many. Still across, out. I don't know where I'm at. Tonight, we look into another way that lead pipes can hurt you. Were you sending me to one or?
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is an ONTV update.
Good afternoon and welcome to ONTV Update. Today is Friday, April 1st, and happy April Fools. I'm Anthony Barney.
And I'm Taylor Paventi. There are many potential issues one can face when they own a house. Everything from fires to floods. I decided to take a look at a hazard not many think of, the actual paint on the walls, specifically what's in it. At first glance, this looks like a nice, decent-sized house. It comes with a large garage and nearly an acre of land, but there is one big secret hidden inside.
So we moved in about a year ago. We thought we would have the whole basement as storage, and we found out that there was lead paint down there, so now we can't even use it.
Chelsea Loria's entire basement, including the door and stairs, are all lined with lead paint and lead dust. The entire area is completely useless to her until she gets the paint removed. And that's where Josh DeVoli comes in. He specializes in the removal of lead paint and other hazardous building materials.
If lead gets into your body, it can get you very sick and potentially lead to death.
Now, if you think that you have lead in your house, you can pick up one of these instant lead testing kits at any local drugstore or a Home Depot. The kit comes in small tubes like this. What you have to do is break both A and B, crunch it in the middle, and shake it, point down. Then you swipe the surface, and if it turns red like this, you have to call a specialist who can get rid of it.
Well, first you have to enclose the whole area and make sure that there is no way that the dust can get outside of that area. When you chip it off, you have to put it into garbage bags or use a HEPA filter vacuum, and then you can dispose of it.
Josh DeVoli's work here is done. Now, it's on to the next house. For more information on lead poisoning and its hazards to your health, log on to the Center of Disease Control's website, cdc.gov.
College students everywhere struggling with finding jobs and just money in general. Purple Briefcase can help you find a job or internship. To start your search, simply head to purplebriefcase.com and spend a few minutes entering your personal information. From there, you can upload your resume and search for local jobs, internships, and even volunteer opportunities. Then all you have to do is apply online. If you would like more information, Wendy Allen will answer any questions that you have in the Career Learning Center in Ferrante Hall.
What does camping, ghost stories, and hiking have in common? They're all things you can experience if you've been involved in the Scouts. Even if you don't exactly enjoy the outdoors, the Boy Scouts of America can help you work on your leadership skills, help you start a fire, and even how to navigate with a compass in the woods. ONTV Update's Evan Bailey has more.
Over 100 years ago, a man brought an idea to the United States and created an organization that has had former presidents, astronauts, and many others enter its ranks. The idea is simple, and its ideals are expressed in the 12 points of the Scout Law. Part of that is teaching leadership.
It's helped me with being a better leader, being just a better kid in school.
The rank of Eagle Scout is one of the most notable icons of Scouting. Less than 5% of the nearly 2 million Scouts nationwide achieve the rank. The organization prepares Scouts for the workforce, military, or nearly any other career track in the public and private sectors. The community service aspect of the Eagle rank is one of its cornerstones.
Okay, so scouting helps the community. First thing in scouting, what we do is a lot of community service. So a lot of projects, our troops specifically, we sponsor a piece of Gaskin Road. We go out and clean that up once a year, clean up the garbage on the side of the road. We help in many other events. We Eagle service projects that we do. We've done things for Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've done things for the Children's Hospital.
As the Scout motto emphasizes, the term be prepared is not just one somebody made up, but is in fact a way of life. A scout troop will have a meeting typically once a week where they might go over a skill or an activity. For example, they might practice tying ropes or how to perform first aid. Other times, they might receive awards for doing certain activities. For example, this week, a scout received this tent for selling a lot of popcorn. When you prepare for the unexpected, it can help you each and every day. As an Eagle Scout myself, I can attest to how well scouting has prepared me for my future. In Liverpool, Evan Bailey, ONTV Update.
For more information on local scouting or how you can get involved, just visit cnyscouts.org. The end to the 2016 spring semester is coming up fast. Students are either registering for another semester or applying for graduation. For students looking to come back to school in the fall, you need to meet with your advisor and make sure that you have all the required classes that you're on track to graduate after your second year here. Make sure you're on track.
Coming up next, Sean Clary will be here to take a look at your forecast for the week.
Also after the break, we take a look at how the weather affects one student here at OCC. You're watching ONTV Update. Stay tuned as ONTV Update continues.
I love OCC and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
Felton Art Gallery at Onondaga Community College. Experience art at its most engaging. The gallery features multiple genres of art, including painting, photography, and sculpture.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture, and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit Coulter Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of Coulter Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
Are you a veteran looking to continue your education? Then check out the Veterans Affairs Office at Coulter Library. We offer a variety of services, such as work study, mentoring, assistance with financial aid, vocational rehabilitation, and much more. The staff at the Office of Veterans Affairs are all veterans who continue to serve the OCC community. Visit room C103 or visit sunyocc.edu for more information.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Taylor Paventi.
And I'm Anthony Barney. It's been a bit chilly outside the past week, even with the sun shining bright. And our own Sean Clary will fill us in with a weather report.
Thank you, Anthony. According to weather.com, today is looking dreary and it's drizzling out, with a high of 60 and a low of 40. Now, here's a look at your forecast for this upcoming week. Saturday isn't looking any better. It's going to be even colder with a high of 49. Later in the night, it's going to drop to a low of 26. Sunday is going to be colder, but at least there won't be any of the precipitation of the last few days. For Monday, I hope you have your coats ready, folks, because it's going to be snowing again, it seems. The high is only going to get up to into the 30s, and it will get even colder when it drops to the low point of the day to a blistering 19 degrees. Don't worry, though, because it looks like the sun is going to be back on Tuesday, even though the highs and lows are both dropping that day. Last but not least, Wednesday is going to be a good one, with highs peaking at 42, and the lows won't be that bad at 35. If you ask me, Wednesday sounds like the day I consider breaking out the grill for the first time since the winter started. Living in Syracuse, New York, we all know that the weather affects us plenty in our lives. Saturday isn't... I went and talked with a student and got his thoughts about the weather. Syracuse has been pretty lucky in how much snow has actually fallen. For one Onondaga Community College student, though, it's not the snow that is the problem.
I mean, it's been terrible, but I hate winter. It's not the snow that bothers me, it's the lack of sun that really gets to me.
As we all know, every cloud has a silver lining. With spring finally upon us, there is hope.
It's definitely not the allergies. Yeah, probably just the breeze. The breeze starts picking up, and sometimes it's sunny and it's warm, so I can go outside and be comfortable and get some sunlight, yeah.
With the weather being as nice as it has been, it's allowed people the freedom to do a lot more of what they want. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a concert to go to. Concerts aren't the only thing this warmer weather means. It means beaches, grilling, and packing away your winter clothes for at least a while. Unfortunately, this lack of snowfall this winter has been seen as a sign of winters to come.
I hope it stays, but I'm sure that come next winter we're going to get our comeuppance. It's going to come back around, and we're going to have another horrible, awful, long, glacial winter.
If there's one thing that we can agree on, it's that weather is unpredictable, especially here in Syracuse. Now I send you back to Anthony for more news. Anthony?
Thanks, Sean. For the past 9 years, one local coffee house, has placed itself above the rest. We sent our own Ashley Ratter ONTV update reporter to find out what all the hype's about.
Rhiannon Payne, an out-of-towner, has been coming to the same local coffee house for the past 5 years, stopping into East Syracuse once or twice a month for a cup of coffee and some company.
I come to Recess basically to just treat myself to a really nice cup of joe, like a really, really nice coffee. And everybody here is super nice. The staff is really fast. They get you, what you need, and they're really good here.
The coffee is similar to what you would find in any coffee house in and around Syracuse, but the environment Recess provides for their customers is what sets them apart from the rest.
Also, it's a community-based coffee shop, so not only do we have really close customers and a really tight-knit working environment, but we actually attempt to establish that, and we want to learn your name, and we want to know what kind of coffee that you want so you don't have to say it next time you come in.
Recess Coffee House is more than just a place to get coffee. It's part of the community. It's a place where you can hang out and meet some new people.
It's a great place to go and get coffee, and if you don't like coffee, sometimes I'm not feeling coffee. They have teas and hot chocolates and other drinks, and they have food. They're just a really great place to come. I've not heard one bad statement word about Recess.
In addition to all Recess coffee being bird-friendly, their coffee is also fair trade. Reporting from East Syracuse with ONTV Update, I'm Ashley Ratter.
Recess Coffee House is located on 110th Harvard Place, right off of West Scott Street, across from Boom Babies. Public parking is available, and Recess is open from 7 a.m. till midnight.
On May 18th, several Latin American civilization and Western civilization students will be taking a 10-day trip to Peru with Professor Tim Scott as part of the Adventures in Peru program. The group will be traveling by plane to sites such as the Inca capital of Cusco, the Sacred Valley of the Incas, and the Inca city in the mountains, Machu Picchu. Coming up next, the men's lacrosse team is on the road to another successful season with hopes of clinching another national championship title.
After the break, we talked to the coach of the team that recently held a 107-game winning streak. Stay with us.
I actually was a graduate of the Mechanical Technology Associate's Degree program here myself. Onondaga, without a doubt, puts the student first. We want our students to be successful. We want them to come back to us and say, yeah, what we learned in this program was great. What we're doing, we have a skill set now that I can make a good living with. www.sunyocc.edu for more information.
What I love most about OCC is the ease of access. It's so close to home, and it's just a beautiful campus, and the social community is so nice. I can really find myself inside of it. The business area that they just built is really nice as well. I think that's going to be good for helping out business students with their goals and tasks and things. I would recommend OCC to somebody. I think it's a really nice place to get an education. I think it's a really nice school to be able to settle down in and build a future at.
I would definitely say OCC has prepared me for moving on my career path. My major is fire protection technologies. I chose that due to the fact of my career path is I want to go become a career firefighter later on in life. My dad actually found this program out here from one of his buddies as the state fire instructor out in this area. Said this was one of the best programs out here. It's real nice knowing that I have other people out there who share the same interests as me.
I love OCC, and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting, because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting, and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
So it's hat and gloves weather today? Wasn't it 75 and sunny yesterday? Fall needs to make up its mind. It's not all bad though. The leaves turn a beautiful red, and in come my favorite flavors. That's why I always save time in my morning for Starbucks. I can grab a pumpkin spice latte, and it can be served hot or cold to suit whatever type of autumn day I'm having.
OCC proudly serves Starbucks. Come visit us outside the Gordon Cafeteria.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm James Kern. The Onondaga men's lacrosse team has high expectations this season with hopes of winning another national championship. The coaches and players are feeling pretty good about the team, and their dedication and hard work will ensure their grasp on another title.
The Onondaga men's lacrosse team kicked off their season with some early successes. With 3 big wins in their pockets, the team is looking forward to going all the way to clinch their 10th national championship. The team has many successful seasons, and what contributes to that success is the young talent recruited from all over the country.
Well, we recruit by following the high schools and talking to high school coaches, but also our successes help build a pathway where a lot of good players come to us.
Not only does the team work hard on the field, but also in the classroom. The players are expected to maintain good grades to stay eligible throughout the season. The players expect to play for Division I school one day. They must maintain a good GPA.
As far as being eligible, you have to have good grades to be able to play in this team, number one. Number two is a lot of our guys get recruited out of here, and if you're going to get recruited to go to a good program, you're going to have good GPAs.
The team is one close-knit group. They work well together, and some feel because the team is so close, it's one of the main reasons why they are so successful on and off the field.
It's really close on the team. We seem to get along very well, and I think that's why we're so good.
Unfortunately, the men's lacrosse team did lose their first game to Nassau County, snapping their impressive winning streak of over 107 games. Despite this setback, the coaches and team are still in good spirits. The men's lacrosse team is preparing for their next game against Genesee, which is this Saturday, 12 p.m. at David W. Murphy Field.
Best of luck to the men's lacrosse team. They have a lot of talent, and with their dedication and hard work, there should be no reason why they can't clinch another national championship. They always say hard work pays off in the end, and it does. The Onondaga ladies lacrosse team opened up their season with an impressive 21-2 victory over Frederick Community College. The women's lacrosse team was second ranked, but after their loss game to Howard Community College, 7-5, the women fell to being ranked third in the country. The women did bounce back with another impressive victory over Nassau Community College with a final score of 23-3. The women are preparing for their next game, which is against Hartford Community College at 11 a.m. on April 2nd at Murphy Field. The women's overall record is 3-1. Most people get into sports through their communities. Because of this, it's always a shame when a field or course is neglected over the years. On TV updates, Shay Wright went to one park this happened to.
William J. Farley Jr. Community Park is a small park in the city of Phoenix. Things in the park include a walking path, 2 playgrounds, 3 ball fields, a basketball court, and a tennis court. Nearly all of these are in great shape. The surface of the basketball court is flaking off, but it's structurally sound. The tennis courts, however, are a different story. The tennis courts are in really bad shape. Within the last 10 years, a fundraiser paid to have a wheelchair-accessible playground built into the park. With the amount of effort that has gone into the park to make it more accessible to people with special needs, it's strange that the basketball and tennis courts were overlooked.
There's a sidewalk that leads to the basketball courts and the tennis courts, but they're up a hill, they're around a bend. I wouldn't try to get through or get up to either of those courts with a wheelchair.
Even if you could get to the tennis court with a wheelchair, I wouldn't recommend it. Some of the cracks in the court are wider than a wheelchair's wheel. In addition to the many cracks, the nets are falling apart, and there are plants growing through the court. Personally, I've been coming here since I was 5, so to see the courts in this state of disrepair really pains me. But I still try to get in a game of tennis when I can.
Now we just need to flop some attention to the tennis courts and the basketball courts.
Until attention is put into the courts, people will simply have to make do with what's here. From Phoenix, I'm Chad Wright, ONTV Update.
$60,000 were raised to build a handicapped accessible playground, but there are no indications of plans to fix or improve the basketball court and tennis courts. Speaking of basketball, both men's and women's S2 teams are in the Final Four and playing this weekend. What's your opinion, guys, on that?
I mean, I think it's amazing. I'm not really a huge sports buff, but I mean, it definitely gives you a lot of pride in the city.
Definitely, you know, both men's and women's teams haven't made it to the Final Four since 2014 when Kentucky did it, and both teams actually won, so we're looking to hopefully add to that list. So, and let's move on. With many recent renovations on campus, from the new clock tower in front of Moyers to the library updates, it took me a while to get into Gordon to see what's going on in there.
With all the options to relax on campus, there's a new site to look forward to. The college has started constructing a new lounge for laser students. I spoke with Stephen LIGHTBODY, a math and science sophomore, for his opinion on the upgrade.
I feel like the new Laser Lounge is beneficial for students on and off campus because they can come together and meet up, and plus you can actually come to the lounge and relax, take a load off.
With the growing number of OCC students and the limited space, many students are left standing around. Yusuf Saeed, the rec room aide, says that's all going to change with the new lounge.
The new rec room is supposed to be finished, if it's not within any delays, next semester. It's going to be it's going to be a lot bigger. It's going to have more pool tables, it's going to have more table tennis tables, it's going to have new stuff. Also more televisions, bigger desk for me.
But that's not all.
Most of the people don't know that we have other games than ping pong or pool. We also have board games and cards and stuff.
With the new rec room set to open May 9th, it doesn't give me much time to hone my ping pong skills.
Before this room's a thing of the past.
Set to open in the fall semester, and it's open till 5 p.m. every day now in the lower level of Gordon.
After the break, we'll recap the weather for this weekend with Sean CLARY.
But before that, our very own Heath Woodruff takes a look at some of the causes of mold in your home, as ONTV Update continues.
My name is Darren Pleichel, and I'm the Vice President Entertainment and Programming in the Office of Student Leadership and Engagement. We plan events on campus, part of the Quad F plan in the fall and in the spring. I just really love being involved. You really need to broaden your horizons. It makes time fly. I think being involved really makes your college experience better. At OCC is it's a great stepping stone. The connections I've made here are everlasting.
I I love OCC, and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting, because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting, and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture, and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit Coulter Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of Coulter Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
I actually was a graduate of the Mechanical Technology Associate's Degree program here myself. Onondaga, without a doubt, puts the student first. We want our students to be successful. We want them to come back to us and say, yeah, what we learned in this program was great. What we're doing, we have a skill set now that I can make a good living with. www.sunyocc.edu for more information.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Anthony Barney.
And I'm Taylor Paventi. According to the EPA, mold can have negative effects on a person's health, including allergic reactions and asthma attacks. It can even affect those that are not allergic, as well with skin, eye, nose, throat, and lung irritations. Heath Woodruff tells us more.
Water is something that we all need, and it's nice to look at when it's where it's supposed to be. But when it gets where it's not supposed to be, that's when it can cause problems. TJ Sacco of Syracuse noticed that he had a problem in his basement.
I called 911. I've had a mold problem for a few years now, and it was time to get it taken care of, health reasons mostly.
So 911 Restoration, we're a full-service water, fire, mold damage restoration company. Most of the times, what people don't realize is you have mold in your house everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all around everybody. Basically, it needs a feeding source and it needs water. Once it has those two things, that's when you actually see mold in your home.
One way that water can be a problem is by leaving pipes unattended for long periods of time.
People that go to Florida didn't turn their water off. Broken water pipe. We had one house had 4 foot of water in the basement. So it was pretty bad. As soon as you have a moisture problem, you got a mold problem.
So this is a HEPA vacuum with HEPA filters on it so that it can remove smaller particles from the air than a normal vacuum. This is what they use to remove some of the mold spores from the walls and the floors.
Well, it looks like they're going to take care of all the surface mold and get rid of everything.
One small step to help keep you from ending up with a mold problem is to get a small dehumidifier like this one. From Syracuse, Heath Woodruff, ONTV Update.
To learn more about the potential health effects of mold, mold prevention, and mold removal, visit EPA.gov. Sean is back now with the weekend weather forecast. Sean, how's it look?
It's not looking too good. I'm not going to lie to you on that one. It could be worse, but it's going to be decent out. Today's the day to relax and stay indoors. High temperatures hit around 60 a day, only a dip to a cool 40 much later in the day. Saturday, it won't be as warm, but it'll still be a great day for hitting the high of 49 and only dropping to 26. Sunday's another story, though. It seems like the winter is trying to make a comeback here, and Sunday's high is only going to be 29 with a low of 25.
Thanks, Sean. That's going to do it for this edition of ONTV Update. And this is April Fool's Day, so do not believe anything and stay safe.
It's the #1 day for betrayal. I'm Taylor Paventi, alongside Anthony Barney. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in to the next edition of ONTV Update.
Are you really Taylor? Or are you